All right, folks, time of the week that we look at the NFL. By the way, week 9 picks, and we bring in our own Rav, Washington, D.C. correspondent and sports expert. Britt McHenry joins us right now. Britt, we'll go through a couple of games. The big college game. I mean, Penn State. What happened to them? There was so much hope for Penn State at the beginning of the season. They kind of fizzled a little bit. Ohio State just pumping on all cylinders. What do you like in this one? Penn State, Ohio State.
I would love to give the underdog in this scenario a chance, Eric, because they started off ranked number 2 in the country. Yep. And then we saw the 3-game spiral. I will always continue to say I love that once they actually lost to Northwestern, that was the straw that broke the camel's back when they said, James Franklin, you and your $50 million plus need to go. He's reportedly signing with Virginia Tech also. So keep that in mind if you're watching the coaching carousel. I would love to give them the benefit of the doubt. Look, we saw UCLA go on a 3-game winning streak under an interim coach. I do not think that's going to happen. Ohio State is a behemoth. You know, it's funny to discuss, maybe their running game's not so great. Like, they're still Ohio State. Still in the driver's seat.
And number one.
Yeah, they're number one.
And at Ohio State. And Penn State's, can't seem to find its way recently. Let's jump over the pros. This is a big game. I love this game. I'm all over this game right here. Chiefs, Mahomes is playing lights out, or he doesn't show up. You never know which Mahomes you're going to get. At the Bills, and this is really strange. Bills are playing so good. They're just hitting on all cylinders. They're banged up a little bit in the secondary. But why in the world are the Bills getting 2 points at home playing the Chiefs?
I really like the Bills in this. Okay, but I also say this. Every year, I take them in the postseason, and what is it, like 0-5 that they've gone up against the Chiefs and been successful?
I think they're 0-4. I'm not sure. I think it's 0-4 in the postseason, but I think they're the opposite during the regular season. I think they dominate during the regular season.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. So that's another reason, if you're betting, I like it. We're seeing that Josh Allen magic again, 162 yards in the last game. I loved, Eric, that everyone was saying, the Carolina Panthers are so good, though. We are seeing this turnaround. And they got shellacked 40-9. Like, when the Bills are the Bills, they are still just as good as Kansas City. I will never forget the game, AFC Championship, when they lost with 7 seconds to go because Patrick Mahomes was the good Patrick Mahomes and has that ability to turn it on. But I will tell you, I had to watch Monday Night Football. We know on this show I am partial to the Commanders. I made a bet, Eric, with a friend. They would not lose by double digits. And at halftime, it looked blissful at 7-7. Then the Kansas City Chiefs just had like a 2-minute drive to score back-to-back touchdowns. I don't like betting against them because they've cost me, but I really like the Bills, and I think we're seeing the coasting they usually do in the regular season.
52-point over. I bet the over. I went heavy on the over on this one. I bet the Bills a little bit because I'm a little nervous about the secondary. But since their secondary is banged up, I went with the 52-point over. It's a big number, but you got two usually high-scoring offenses.
Yeah, it'll be a shootout.
Monday night, Cards. They call it. Our guys call it the toilet bowl. Arizona Cardinals at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas shows signs of being great, and then they just fall apart. It's such a, I don't know, schizophrenic team. Your thoughts?
Yeah, when I saw us calling it the toilet bowl, I first thought that was Penn State. That would fit for them as well, going up against Ohio State. This will be a really interesting game because I think the Eagles are completely in the driver's seat for the NFC East, but Dallas has such a great offense, with CeeDee Lamb and Higgins. I mean, they really can turn it on, but their defense is problematic. If you can let a banged up, basically third string Commanders offense score at least 22 points on you, that is a problem when you're going to be facing better teams. The Cardinals, however, went on a 5-game losing skid. Both of these teams don't know their identities. And so I don't know which one I would take in this. I honestly might go with the Cowboys. I think so. The Cowboys.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. There's a game that I really like. We've been betting. I've been talking about Indianapolis all year. They're just what a great team hitting in every single offense, defense, special teams. At Pittsburgh, Indy at Pittsburgh, also playing very well with Aaron Rodgers. And who do we have there? They pulled the line off the betting sites, and maybe some key player. But as of the last, we're looking at, looks like a 3-point line. Indy giving Pittsburgh, right, guys? I can barely see them. I think that's what it looks like. So let's just call it, which one do you like?
I know it's like the cool answer this season, which I never thought we would say about the Indianapolis Colts. I love that the Irsay daughters are on the field. Everyone was trolling them on social media. Well, look at their record now, right? Danny Dimes, I guess he had to go to Indianapolis. Most would not find that to be the place to find your groove, how Stella got her groove back. That is Daniel Jones. He's been playing incredible. Their starting running back has 14 touchdowns, so the running game is going well in addition to that. And I personally chuckle if Aaron Rodgers takes an L. So, this could be an upset, though. I think this is one that if you're betting, I could actually see the Steelers winning. But how do you bet against the Colts with how they've been playing? It's really tough.
Mad Dog,
they're the best team in the league right now.
Mad Dog, are you on the horn?
Yes, sir.
Who are your Rams playing this week? Oh, look at this.
We are playing the Saints.
They're playing Rams, Saints at the Rams. I mean, let's talk about that. It was a big 14-point spread there, but here's the only trick to this one. You notice they pulled Rattler before halftime, I think, in the last Saints game, which is the former South Carolina quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, who's never very so. And this other kid came in. He's about 6'2". He was lighting it up. I'm not sure that's too many points to give this team. What are your thoughts on this one?
Tyler Shough came in. First of all, that was the worst pick six ever. I can't imagine having that moment be the defining, we are now going to the bench. Look, I want to send all the prayers, the blessings to the Saints. They are in a huge rebuild. That rebuild's going to take them years and years because they just don't have the picks and the cap space. But when we look at this, the Rams have such a solid defense. They didn't allow any sacks. So I don't know. I don't see how this is a David and Goliath. Yes, you could have a 25-year-old new quarterback. I don't see how they can derail the Rams, if we're being honest.
Okay.
Here.
Oh well, not for the win. I'm just going to take the point. I'm going to take the new kid and
You're
the 14.
You're taking the Saints?
I'm going to take the Saints plus 14. I mean, NFL. That's a lot of points in the NFL, and for some whatever reason this year, the underdogs have performed pretty well comparably to prior years. Mad Dog, are you going to get mad at me for taking the Saints?
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's money. It's not emotion, and that's what you got to do. You can't bet with emotion. You have to bet with your feeling, your gut, and your brains and whatnot.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be at the Seahawks primetime Commanders game. These haven't been going well for me, as we've documented here on this show, but I will be in attendance Sunday. And do we have to even if you weren't going to go to that, Terry McLaurin comes out with a vintage Odell Beckham Jr. catch in the end zone against Kansas City, and then immediately right after, Eric, he is injured again. So he will not be in the game.
I like this.
I actually do like this.
I like this bet
I like
as
this
well.
for the Commanders.
Yeah,
I think
I call them the Redskins. Pardon me, but I call them
the Redskins.
The Redskins. I like them plus 3 at home. That's not bad.
Jayden Daniels, JD5, I got 5 on it. He's back. So I actually think this could be a turnaround. This is dire for the Commanders, too.
All right.
They need to.
We're going to leave that. What's your best bet of the week? Very quick. Best bet of the week, are you taking the Commanders?
Yes, but that's biased. But I'm taking the Commanders with the W.
My bet will be the over 52 points in the Kansas City at the Bills. All right, Britt, always having you on Fridays. Always great. We'll see you again next week and have fun at the game.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
And happy Halloween. All right, folks, before we go, I just want to take a look at this very quickly. The Edge, absolutely pumping on all cylinders because of you. You guys are subscribing, and that's really what it's all about. This young guy, Tristan Hamm, great guy, professional boxer now, was an influencer. Big guy, big dude, big strong guy, outdoorsman, hunting, bow and arrow hunting. He's got his dog. He's got bears over there. He's shooting deer, and he decides one day it's time to start boxing, and he's just dropping people left and right. Kobe Covington, he put other guys down as well. Keep your eye on him. He's part of the Edge in a series where we're dipping into what it takes to be that guy that gets knocked down, hits the canvas face first, and gets yourself back up. It's the Edge defines the people who are able to pick themselves up and continue forward and not just survive, but thrive. And that's what the Edge is all about. And for whatever reason, we're top 1/10 of 1%, all new YouTube channels. Quickly, there is the QR code. You can hit that with your camera. If you don't have time to do that, it's all right. YouTube.com/@EricBollingTheEdge, YouTube.com/EricBollingTheEdge. Off the charts. I appreciate you. I thank you. Thank you for watching Rav. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for sharing what you see here, and thank you for your subscription. We'll be back 2.5 minutes.